Welcome to News Radio 740 KTRH. You are listening to Texas Time with Michael Berry. Our very special guest is Stephen Chadwick. He's part of a series we are doing profiling independent Texas musicians. He's an up-and-coming guy. He has his first CD out with all original music. He has incredible pipes, as they say in the business, and he's dedicated and committed. He's got some great shows coming up. And we like to profile these guys because it gives us an opportunity to showcase guys that just need a little bit of bump, because the talent is there. They just need more people to know about them. Special thanks to our most hospitable host, Goods Armadillo Palace at 5015 Kirby. They play live, local Texas music, and they give these guys an opportunity to quit their day job and make music, and I think that's a wonderful thing. Special thanks to Levi Good, who is a believer in the live, local performance of the craft of Texas music. Without them doing that, we couldn't do this. Stephen enjoyed the song Salvation in Texas. The CD is out. 29-year-old single dad, has a son named Taylor. Started in the church with his dad. I think a very interesting, a lot of texture there. One of the things you do that tends to be a showstopper, I know you opened for Corey Morrow recently, Roger Creager, is you take pop songs that people already know, that are out there, and you give them a little bit of a country flavor. And one of the ones that I think you do very well is by OAR. The song is Shattered. Can you give us a little bit of that?
Sure, but before I start, I'd just thank you, Michael, for just having me and giving me this opportunity, for having me on your show. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Armadillo Palace, for letting us do it here. It's real comfortable. It feels like I'm in a honky-tonk. It feels good. But yes, we do this song with my band. Actually, guys love doing this song every night. So I heard this is your favorite song too. So
well, it's my favorite of the remakes. How about that?
In a way, I need a change from this burnout scene. Another town, another time, another everything. But it's always back to you. Stumbled out in the night, in the pouring rain. Made the block and sat and thought, there's more I need. It's always back to you. But I'm good without you. Yeah, I'm good without you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How many times can I pray till I shatter over the line? Can't define what I'm after.
Thank you. You know, that highlights, I know, a tough point in the career of every musician. And that is, at what point do you go from playing covers, everybody knows, to, hey, that's great, I know you know those guys, but they had to start somewhere, and I got my own stuff that I've written.
Right.
What was that point for you where you felt comfortable enough? You know what, I've written some stuff, you haven't heard it, but here it is.
Well, when you first get out there and you're doing your original music, it's that first time when you're doing it on the stage is really scary. I remember the first time that I did it.
Nobody's singing along at that point.
Nobody's singing along. They're looking at you, and they're worried about getting a beer by that time, or they're walking off the dance floor, and you're hoping that you're going to get a clap. Sometimes you don't, sometimes you do, but you just keep on going and keep on going with the music and keep on playing. Even without with having the CD, beforehand we were doing these songs, a year and a half before we even thought about getting into the studio and finishing up with the CD, and finally it started catching on, and people were like, man, what's really great when people walk up to you and say, hey man, who sings that song? And you're like, I do. That's one of mine, and man, I really like that song, and that's that's a really good feeling. And I do love doing covers. Don't get me wrong. I mean,
it's a real good feeling when somebody asks you who wrote that song.
Exactly.
I got a good story on that. Corey Morrow does the opening for our show. It's called Texas Time Traveling.
Right.
And we already had the whole opening produced, and we were ready to let it fly. And I thought, I need to make sure I have the rights on that. So I sent it to him, and he loved it. And I said, I need to know who wrote it, because I don't want to get in trouble. And he said, you idiot, I wrote it. That's my song. Which I thought, wow, pretty cool.
Yeah, I had an opportunity to meet him 2 weeks ago. He's a really nice guy.
Well, let's promote a little more of Stephen Chadwick's music for those who've never heard it before. One of the struggles you have, the Pat Greens, the Corey Morrows, all go through this. Do I go the way of Nashville? Do I go Radio Row? Or do I stay true to the red dirt tradition, to Texas music, the honky-tonk traditions? Do I stay true to myself? And you wrote a song about that called Nashville, Texas. Tell me a little bit about that, and then let's hear it.
Well, a good friend of mine, Greg New, he's actually accompanied me today. He came to me with this song, and we went back and forth on it, and he had the idea, he had most of it written, and we went back and forth on what the feel was going to be and everything like that. And we just kind of want to do like a Texas swing kind of feel on it, and but every musician goes through that. I mean,
this is your Nashville sucks moment?
Well, yeah, no, not really. I mean, I respect all kind of music, and I do respect Nashville. But everybody, deals with this. That's a musician, which way they're going to go and what they're going to do. And we decided he had the idea, and he brought it to me, and I was like, this is going to be cool. And we went through different feels on the song, and then I said, he said, hey man, what about this kind of feel? And I said, you know what, that fits me, and that sounds good. And I kind of love Texas swing, so we decided to put a little swing song on there for the people out there that love swing music.
Well, let's get a little bit of it. It's called Nashville, Texas by Stephen Chadwick.
Well, one road in and 2 roads out in this country music town. It's a choice I made when my mama said, boy, you sure can throw it down. Well, I heard a tale of the wishing well. It's a bar on the county line where you can play all night till the morning light, but no one hears a sound. Here in Nashville, Texas, we're not sure which way to go. All we're writing songs for the good old boys or country music road. Should we live our lives in a honky-tonk or be on the radio? Here in Nashville, Texas, we're not sure which way to go. Well, I started singing in Sunday school and made the church folks smile. A long way from music news, but nothing like the Nashville style. But the first time I heard the possum sing, oh, really changed my life. Yeah, 'cause Nashville has my guitar strings, oh, but Texas has my life. Here in Nashville, Texas, we're not sure which way to go. All we're writing songs for the good old boys or country music road. Should we live our life in a honky-tonk or be on the radio? Here in Nashville, Texas, we're not sure which way to go. Oh, yeah. Texas, we're not sure which way to go. I'll be writing songs for the good old boys, or country music roll. Should we live our lives in a honky-tonk or big on the radio? Here in Nashville, Texas, we're not sure which way to go. Oh, here in Nashville, Texas, oh, here in Nashville, Texas, oh, here in Nashville, Texas, we're not sure which way to go. Oh.
Stephen Chadwick on his new release, all original music.